Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Allincrypto here, and welcome back, guys, for another daily market update. We are going to start things off by addressing the sentiment in the cryptocurrency space right now due to the price action that we're seeing. Last Friday's events, I did say have damaged the space as a whole. And I think we're still seeing the ripples from that. Exchanges have a lot to answer for. However, nobody will penalize them. It will just get swept under the rug and will continue on. This is just how life works. Bad actors get away with things all the time, and I think exchanges have a lot to answer for. But I don't want to just throw blame onto exchanges. A lot of the kind of reactions that I'm seeing to the cryptocurrency space right now really are just coming from a place of not understanding the cryptocurrency markets. I'm here to tell you that what we're experiencing in crypto right now from a price point of view is normal. In fact, I'm emotionally dead to it because I've been here time and time again. And what I want to do to address this is just show you Ethereum's bull market in 2021 and the likes of Cardano's in 2021. And Cardano literally did nearly 100x for me last bull market. And I think some of the altcoins that we hold today are going to do a similar thing in their bull market. But the term bear and bull market really are taken from the traditional asset world. And a bear market traditionally is defined by a 20% pullback. Anything 20% plus is technically a bear market. And we obviously know what a bull market is. However, you can't apply those same principles to the cryptocurrency space. Otherwise, we'd have a bear and a bull market every week. And actually, again, what we're seeing in the crypto space, and the best way for me to essentially tell you this is to show you it. What we're seeing in the cryptocurrency space is actually normal and actually part of every single altcoin bull market today. Hopefully, this can put some of your minds at ease. Everybody wants the 100x, the 20, 30, 40, 50x. Nobody's willing, though, to go through what it takes to get there. And in crypto, what it takes to get there is being able to stomach that volatility. I am kind of at a stage now, I understand it, because I also have a portfolio. As you know, we really are all in crypto and all in sort of crypto-related stocks. And the stocks are doing quite well. They're having a bit of a pullback, obviously, with the rest of the market. But I understand the emotions that people feel in this space. But I'm here to honestly say to people that some, not all, need to grow a pair and get on with it. You should have known what you were signing up for getting involved in the cryptocurrency space. I've got my own portfolio to deal with. I've got an entire community of people that look towards me. And I've got an entire media outlet around the cryptocurrency space to run. And let me tell you, not only am I not fazed by what is currently happening, I have never been so bullish on this industry, and we're here to fight for it, and we're here to give people the confidence that they need to actually step into this market, because it's not all plain sailing. It never has been, and people very quickly forget that. How many pullbacks like this have we gone on so far? Many. Just in this recent sort of uptrend that altcoins have seen, they are still elevated from their accumulative lows, their kind of phase one basis. And I believe that's going to stay intact, and upside is still ahead. Let's kick things off with Ethereum back in 2021, the bull market that everybody wished they could have taken part in. I took part in it, and guess what? I also took part in the volatility that took place. We've got receipts for everything. This was Ethereum's accumulation. Many of your altcoins literally look like they're just over here, and they've still got this to come. And what I mean by people don't understand the nature of the beast that they're dealing with is these pullbacks, like the one we're experiencing today for altcoins, are actually normal and part of the process, part of a bull market, which when you say that to people, they'll kind of maybe understand it in the context that Ethereum went from literally at the bottom of the March 2020 crashes, $80 to 4.6K. They'll understand that as a bull market, but they quickly forget the route that it took to get there. For example, after your accumulation period, this was a double bottom, Ethereum saw many 20, 30, 40% pullbacks, including a 61% pullback, a 36% pullback before going on and making a high. These were frequent, continuous, and there was constantly news around it. And I can guarantee that pretty much with each one of these, you had the exact same emotions that you have today. Lock those emotions up. Look at things objectively. You are investing in a market that is clearly very premature, and Friday's events revealed that to us. And with that comes volatility and the kind of price action that we're seeing today. But it's important to understand more broadly what this space is doing fundamentally, which has never been so apparent. And also technically on a bigger time frame, so we're talking weekly time frame, where the market is in terms of structurally. Crypto is filled with price action like the price action we're going through currently. And I see despair, I see fatigue, I see failure in regards to how people are reacting and responding to this. And it's normal. You're human beings. I'm a human being. I've just been through this many times and understand that this is a necessary process. Everybody wants those returns. Everybody wants I can't remember quite what Ethereum did, but it was like a 50 plus X. Everybody wants the 50X returns that this market has to offer. Nobody wants to sit through these pullbacks. And I'm not a magician. I cannot get people out and back in on every single one of these smaller peaks and troughs. I'm trying to get people in, and it's your decision whether you choose to invest in this market, but I'm trying to identify, not get people in, that's probably the wrong terminology, the broader trend and the broader direction of the space. And I'm telling you right now, altcoins don't look bad, regardless of the price action, which we're already identifying straight away to kick this daily market update up, is normal in crypto. Look at Cardano. Cardano literally nearly did 100x for me, and many of you would have took part in that following me back in 2020. In order for it to do from its March 2020 lows 160x, there was 70, 24, 26, 51, 37, 43, 37, 62% pullbacks on that journey. Nobody wants to endure that. And when they happen, they feel awful because your portfolio dwindles on the back end of it. If you think you can time every peak and trough, by all means. But every single one of these pullbacks, people were calling for a bear market. And guess what? It went on to do 160x. They're the moves that we're trying to capture, not the smaller moves that are inherent to the cryptocurrency space that make people feel like the world is ending. I do not believe the world is ending, and I still believe the cryptocurrency market is not in a bad place at all. If we throw on, let's use H-bar as an example, you can see just where we are. Most of your altcoins have just gone through accumulation or are still in it. The likes of H-bar and others have broken out. They're still elevated from their base. Yes, they're pulling back today because crypto is pulling back. There's always going to be a reason, but we still believe there's this broader uptrend ahead of them. And the volatility that we're seeing today is nothing out of the ordinary for the cryptocurrency space. And something like ADA had a market cap probably similar to many of your altcoins today. It's part and parcel with the space. Yes, there's always events, annoying events like what we saw on Friday. Exchanges have a lot to answer for as a result of that. And they've damaged the space reputationally from an investment point of view. Because a lot of people won't play in markets where something can sell off 60% in a matter of minutes due to exchanges not properly regulating or facilitating, not regulating a market. We know what happened. What we're witnessing right now is really the ripples. It's supposed to be October. That's been kind of thrown out the window or put on pause for now. I still do believe you've got a bullish, so the end of the year ahead of us. And I think that it's always good for me to start things off with reminding people just what this space is all about, how it works, how it moves, because people are quick to forget. And in regards to the broader trajectory on a weekly time frame, yes, we're breaking down right now, but it's no different to what we did here. Guess what? The price recovered and went into a new all-time high. People calling the top here, 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 and here. And we're saying you're not putting things in the broader context. Our target for Bitcoin still remains the same, regardless of this price action. The total cryptocurrency market just ran into all-time highs. In my opinion, it's going to $3.6 trillion. And all you're doing is rejecting here. This cup and handle pattern still remains intact. Big key level of significance. You're pulling back in and around it. That's very normal. Again, this is crypto. It's volatile. We have these moves. People calling tops here, 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 and so on and so forth. And they're always going to be around. Eventually, they'll get it wrong. So far, they've been wrong. Eventually, they'll get it right. So far, they've been wrong. And you only take my word for it. Look at the charts. The S&P, I still believe, is in a new bull market. And I think it's got a period taking it at least into next year to continue into. And crypto is going to react to that. But it's reacting right now to obviously what we're seeing with the sort of, obviously we had on Friday that caused this candle, the tariff news. And then, or escalation with China and the US. And then we had the market sell off on the back end of that. Crypto as a beta really sort of overperformed that as a beta of it. And altcoins just run into massive pools of liquidations that have ultimately damaged the reputation of the space as a whole, and we're still feeling the ripples of it. It's generally a rough time in the cryptocurrency markets, but we're here to tell you that this is crypto. This is how it goes, I'm afraid. Everybody wants those major returns. Nobody wants to stomach the route to get there. And you have to have that fortitude in you to be able to do so, I'm afraid. Even Ethereum, you look at Ethereum. Where's the ETH? Really, this is just, again, ran into all-time highs and is pulling back like you'd expect. So these markets have had great runs. They're pulling back. Yeah, it's in a volatile manner. Yeah, everybody's calling for tops. Let's see if they're going to be right. It's my assessment that the top of this bull market is not in. This is a pullback like ones that we've seen previously throughout this market thus far in this current cycle. Historically are very clearly, evidently always there. Relax. You can't deal with the price action. Walk away. Everybody's a genius. Nobody ever wants to show receipts. I saw people did one of two things on Friday. They either came out and really overcompensated, or they claimed that they called it, and there's no evidence for that whatsoever. This is the world, guys. It's a fake world, but I'm here to tell you this is the reality of being a crypto investor, I'm afraid. And factually, that is 100% the case. This is the reality of being a cryptocurrency investor. You're investing in very small, in many cases, illiquid projects that clearly are positioned to enable the adoption and the kind of digitization of the world as we know it at a time when it's in its infancy. There's going to be volatility with that, like a volcano erupting. Eventually, it will harden out and you'll have new ground. That's the route that the cryptocurrency market is on. To get there, there's volatility that's involved. We are on the cusp of more broad adoption from an investment point of view. Yes, the government is shut down. There's a lot going on. I mean, there was also talks today in regards to Donald Trump and Russia, Donald Trump and China, so on and so forth. Ignore all of that. Focus on the broader trends. And I'm here to tell you the total market cap, Bitcoin, the altcoin sector, in my opinion, really doesn't look too bad at all. Yes, it's pulling back, but this is crypto. This is what it does. It does it in this volatile manner. We've had pullbacks like this already, looking at Chainlink as an example. They've all led to upside, and it's our assessment that you've got that still to come. And the route that it takes towards that upside, we're never going to get perfectly. But as long as we capture the bigger trend like we did in the prior bull market, like we're positioned to do in this bull market, I'm happy, and I'm a big believer that the person laughing last is the one laughing the longest. That's it from me, guys. I'm going to love and leave you. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next daily market update.